Hey mystery fans! Get ready to activate your brain muscles and solve some pretty challenging mental puzzles. 4 girls, Lucy, Serena, Amy, and Kate, all claim to be mermaids who've taken on human form to walk along the shore. They're all gorgeous, but one of them is only pretending to be a mermaid. Who is it? It must be Lucy. She has leaves growing on her back, and it's a symbol of land, not sea. Real mermaids wouldn't have plant traits on them, as it would show they don't belong in the ocean. At a school reunion, 3 old friends, Cindy, Bob, and Michael, are bragging about how their lives have changed. Cindy says, "I married a millionaire and now live in the Maldives." Bob boasts, "I'm a pilot now, flying all over the world." Michael brags, "I became a developer and built my own app. Now I work for myself." But one of them is clearly lying. A small detail gives them away. Bob is lying. He claims to be a pilot, but he has a full beard. Commercial pilots must be clean-shaven because facial hair can prevent oxygen masks from sealing properly in emergencies. A train passenger, Miss Smith, reported that someone had stolen her suitcase. Police questioned 3 fellow travelers. Mr. Green said he was wearing headphones the whole time. Mrs. Chu claimed she was enjoying the landscape out the window the entire trip. Miss Jones said she was dozing off, but her suitcase was definitely next to her. But the officer noticed one important detail. Who's lying here? Mrs. Chu is lying. They were traveling at night and it was pitch dark outside. There was nothing to look at through the window. A seamstress has a 60-foot roll of fabric. Every day she cuts 10 feet off. On which day will she make the final cut? Rely not only on math, but also on logic for this one. She'll make the final cut on the 5th day because she only needs to make 5 cuts to divide the roll into 6 pieces of 10 feet each. You're in a room with 3 switches. All of them are currently off. Each switch corresponds to one of the 3 light bulbs in the next room. You're only allowed to enter the bulb room once. How can you figure out which switch controls which bulb? You gotta turn on the first switch and wait a few minutes. Then turn it off and quickly turn on the second switch. Now enter the room with the bulbs. The bulb that is on corresponds to the second switch. The bulb that is off but warm corresponds to the first switch. The bulb that is off and cold corresponds to the third switch. A grandmother, 2 mothers, and 2 daughters went for a walk in the park and decided to buy 1 ice cream cone for each of them, but they only bought 3 ice creams. How is that possible? Well, there are only 3 people. One is the grandmother. Let's say her name is Emma. Her daughter is Anne, and Anne's daughter is Stacy. Emma and Anne are the 2 mothers. Anne and Stacy are the 2 daughters, and Emma is the grandmother. That makes 3 people total, even though there are 1 grandmother, 2 mothers, and 2 daughters. A popular singer lives in a cool circular house with expensive works of art. One day, she notices the most expensive painting from her collection is missing. The police question all the suspects. The gardener says he was busy taking care of the flowers. The cook tells the police she was making a cake. The maid claims she was vacuuming the furniture and dusting the corners. Who's lying? The singer lives in a circular house. The maid couldn't be dusting corners, so she had something to hide. One woman crosses the state border every day on a bike with 2 huge bags. After a week, the border guards get interested in her. They search her luggage, but it turns out to be just old clothes. What is she smuggling across the border then? Well, she clearly isn't smuggling works of art or jewelry, but bikes. Someone pushed the actress who plays the leading role in a popular theater play down the stairs. Luckily, she survived, but she won't be able to perform. She calls the police, and they suspect it was one of the actresses who plays the supporting roles. Can you help them figure out who it was? The actress grabbed the person who pushed her and ripped off a part of their costume. This girl's costume is missing a piece, so it must have been her. The police got an anonymous email about an upcoming heist in one of New York's museums. To stop it from happening, they need to figure out at least the month the heist is planned for. Try to help the police and figure it out using a secret code. In this rebus, the jar stands for J, the umbrella stands for U, the lion is for L, and the yellow heart stands for Y. The heist is planned for July. The paparazzi are after a supermodel who's trying to keep her personal life a secret. She even planted cacti all around her house so no one can approach. But one photographer still manages to get close and snap some photos. The model wants to sue them, but how can the police tell who did it? This guy on the left has scratches left by cacti all over his body. It must have been him. A luxurious hotel got an anonymous call. There's an imposter among the guests who plans to rob others staying at the hotel. If this happens, it will ruin the reputation of the entire hotel chain. You can save the hotel from going bankrupt if you figure out who the imposter is. All hotel guests have the same bracelet, and only this guy on the right doesn't have one. He must be the imposter. A group of friends is hiking and sleeping in a tent at night. When they wake up in the morning, they noticed someone has stolen all their food supplies that were outside. They are miles away from other people. Can you help them solve the mystery? See those footprints over there? Must have been a bear. So the best they can do is forget about the stolen food and find a safer place to camp. On the 1st of July, someone stole a really important document from the office of a successful company. The boss was away, so they only noticed it several days later and figured out when it happened from the CCTV camera footage. The main suspect, who was the head of the competing company, said she was on vacation and even showed a plane ticket. But the police didn't believe her. Why? The ticket is for June 31st, and that date simply doesn't exist. Jennifer was riding her bicycle when someone sitting at a coffee shop terrace threw a disposable cup with cold coffee inside right in her face. There were 3 girls inside at that moment, and she wanted to know who it was. Can you help her figure it out? This girl is wearing a bright purple lipstick, and it's the same color as the mark on the cup that she threw at Jennifer. Roxy was alone at her parents' house and ordered a big pizza. When the courier arrived, she got really scared and called the police. What made her do it? The delivery guy was from a sushi place. She decided he was trying to break into the house. Nancy went on vacation and left her laptop password for her colleagues. But she loves riddles a lot, so she didn't tell them exactly where to find it. It must be a 4-digit code. Will you help them figure it out? This postcard with dice on it isn't there for nothing. You need to write down all the numbers. Yes, it's 7235. How many riddles did you manage to solve without pausing the video? Let's talk about it in the comments section.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.